What's up, guys? Brian with Living Jeeping and Adventuring. In this episode, this Liberty goes for its first drive. So stay tuned. You're not going to want to miss it. I'll work on it a little bit, tinker around, fix this, fix that, finally get a wrap on these transfer cases, and we take this thing for a drive. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so I think I got part of the issue figured out. So my transfer case, the rear case, wasn't going all the way into four-wheel drive, so it was causing some issues. But now I've got it to where it's locked all the way in, and I've got this thing kind of flexed out a little bit. It looks pretty good. Check it out. So the bag is out of the cradle. Curious to see how that goes back in. This side here is pretty well stuffed. Let's check the front. So this front is not out of the cradle yet, but I don't know how much flex I got left on this thing, but I got part of the problem fixed. I'm able to put fuel in it now. Before I couldn't. Man, I think I'm snotting everywhere. It's cold. I think it's like 7 degrees or something right now. But drive shafts aren't in a bind, I don't think. I know the front is probably very close. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty close. Sorry for the noise, but this thing is awesome so far. I think I'm gonna get it pulled back into the shop, try and figure out a few more things with it. But all in all, so far it's been a pretty good day. We got to take this thing out just a little bit, so we get this thing back in the shop, see what else we can get fixed on it. Woo! Uh-oh. No! No! It's dead. I don't know why. This is not good. It just died on me. No, absolutely no power. Oh, crud. Can't be good. Oh, we got something. Really? You gotta be kidding me. Oh my goodness. Man, if it ain't one thing, it's another. Well, none of this is going quite to plan. It died on me. My battery came disconnected or something. The battery's almost shot in this thing anyway. It's old blue top I had laying around. It's kind of junk. I'm gonna have to get me another battery. But four-wheel drive I think is working. I'm gonna go inside. It's too cold for this. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back in the shop. Man, it is empty in here. This is weird. So, man, I'm gonna stand like on top of the wood stove because I'm frozen. So, like I was saying, battery is toast. I think it's old. I think it died because the ground, I didn't have the ground all the way tight, and it just died. It's like it just shut the key off. So I'm not too concerned about it. Like I was saying, I think I got the four-wheel drive figured out. So Unfortunately, what I think I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to ditch that rear factory shifter. I just don't think it's going to work. It doesn't have enough throw for how I had to modify the actual shift lever on the transfer case. So where it's located though, I think I can make, I don't know if it's going to work. I think I can make just one straight up and down shift rod, kind of like rat rod style. You know how like they had them on the left side of the motorcycles where, you know, you shift from way up here or whatever. So I might be able to do that. I'm going to check that out tomorrow once I get the thing pulled back into the shop. It's been naughty, so it's going to stay outside right now. So yeah, I'm going to get that looked at tomorrow. I'm going to get a battery tomorrow. Probably just going to get a cheap one for right now since I'm still working on it. Plus I can always use cheap battery and run shop anyways. I think I also got it was kind of hard to take on fuel. I think it was stuck or something from being cold or whatever. I don't know why, but I kind of worked that plunger back and forth in the tank, and it took like 3 gallons in no time. So I might have that fixed. I might not. We'll see the next time I go to put fuel in it. But anyways, I'm gonna call it tonight because I'm freezing. It's like 8 degrees outside and probably 18 degrees in the shop, so it's not quite as bad. It's good like 45 right next to the wood stove though, so that's pretty nice. But I'll be back out here tomorrow. If not tomorrow, it'll be the next day. Keep working on this thing. There it is, still sitting there. Went ahead and picked up a battery, so we'll toss a battery in this thing real quick. Get this thing back in the shop. definitely having some issues that we got to work out here. I would use my whiteboard, but it's so cold. It's not able to. My pens and stuff aren't able to write on it. So gotta go back to the old cardboard. So the 4-wheel drive's working. Low, and everything's working. But I still have to fix the shifter. So let's see here. Things to fix. Alright. 1, rear T-case shifter. Alright, 2, apparently I've got a bit of a leak. I don't know if it's differential or power steering. I'll kind of figure that out. So, leak in front, power steering or diff. Let's see here. 3, battery disconnect for sure. Battery disconnect. Let's see. What else? What else we got to do here? Finish up the exhaust. I need to put some O2 sensors on this thing because it keeps dying on me. So finish the exhaust O2 sensors, which I've got those ordered, so those should be here. Disconnect is also ordered. That should be here soon. I don't know what I'm gonna do about the shifter case, and I'm probably gonna dive into these leaks, see which one's leaking, which one's not leaking. Oh yeah, alternator is not charging. Alt not charging. Okay, so there's 5 things on the list. We're gonna take care of these 5 things, and then we're gonna start tackling some other stuff. So, leaks first. Let's check it out. Come here, box. Alright, it's kind of hard to see down in there, but that fitting right there, I'm pretty sure is the fitting that is leaking. So, it's only dripping, so I'm gonna fix it. I've got another fitting, I think. If not, I'm gonna have to order some more. I'm gonna check on that. But that's where the leak is coming from. So next, I'm gonna look into this battery disconnect. I forgot that I had one laying around, I think it works. So I'm gonna hook this in to the ground side of the battery. I'm gonna run it into the cab so I can shut it off. Pretty sure, I don't know, I think it's up for people's, I guess that's like a matter of opinion, I guess, whether you run it on the hot side of the battery or the negative side of the battery. I've always done the negative side because I don't want something to spark on it, but that's just me. So I'm gonna mock this up real quick and see if it's gonna work. It's gonna go right here or somewhere. Alright, so it's gonna sit about here, so it's not really in the way of anything. I do have to make sure this can still drop down around it, which it can. So I think that's where it's gonna sit. I don't really have any other place to mount it, so we're gonna mark it kind of on the side here and up top. Now I'm going to drop this down and make sure that's going to be in a good enough spot. I don't want it to be too high. Yeah, because I think where I've got it, it's going to interfere with all this. I don't want to interfere with that, so I'm going to have to drop it down to probably there. Let's say probably about right there, which is still alright. It's still not really in the way. So, alright, let's remark it right there. Alright. Now, luckily, this has like a metal backing, I'll be able to hopefully hit part of that metal backing with these mounting screws here. I'm hoping. Yeah, I can probably adjust it a little if need be, but I think it'll work. Sweet. Alright, I'm gonna take this over to the bench, drill some holes, and try and bolt this thing down. I'll look for some negative battery cable. Oh, I got a whole bunch over there somewhere. I don't know if it's negative or positive, or I don't know. It's one of the two. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Alright, so what I'm thinking here as far as my shifter goes, it's kind of, the shifter's down in there. I don't know, it's kind of hard to see it. It's back over here. But I think I'm going to trim a little bit more of this piece here out and a little bit of this off and use this wrench right here, this old crusty wrench, hook it straight to the shifter and be able to shift it like that. I'm gonna try to keep it to where I can use the center console. The center console is going back in regardless, but so I'm probably gonna pop that back in and then put the wrench back in there, see how it lines up, if it lines up, and go from there, I guess. But that's about my only option. All right, well, unfortunately, my wrench idea not gonna work. It's entirely too short and it doesn't have the right angle down at the bottom. But fortunately for me, I have this older, I think it came off of a Dana 300 maybe, or maybe an MP205 transfer case. I don't remember what it came off of, but I think it was an MP205 or 203. But it's long enough and it's already been cut off at the bottom, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of straighten this piece out here and then straighten this shaft up just a little bit, make it just a little bit taller, and see if this is going to work. I hope it does, because it's got the right shift knob and everything on it. 2 high, 4 low, neutral, 4 low. So hopefully this is going to work. I'm going to get this thing straightened out and see. Alright. I got me some glasses. So let's start some horror, shall we? Woo! Yeah, baby. Jump the gun here. Man, I'm gonna catch up on fire. Ah, I better stop. Alright, let's get this where I need it. And then we'll heat it. Tap, that rhymed. I'm a rapper. think might be good enough for me. Kind of tell or see if that's going to work. It's a little bit straighter than it was, but I'm going to have to let this cool down for a while. I'm going to go throw it out there in the snow. Alright, so the shifter is going to end up sitting in there kind of just like that. It's going to bolt direct, not bolt, but it's going to weld directly to the original shift lever that's on the transfer case. So all the way back will be two-wheel drive. All the way forward will be four-wheel drive. So for low, which is fine because all I gotta do is just like my knob here instead of being traditional or too high like that, it's just gonna be flipped. So which is fine. It'll add character. So anyways, this is gonna weld straight to that, and then I'll be able to just kind of grab the shifter and just push it in and out of four-wheel drive. It's probably gonna have a throw about that far, if I had to guess. It's gonna be ridiculous, but it's gonna be awesome at the same time. So, but I'm gonna finish this up maybe tomorrow. I'm probably gonna call it a night, go inside get some food, but see you guys in a few seconds. All right, it's next day. I'm trying to work on this Gladiator. Well, not the Gladiator. My Liberty. I was just talking about the Gladiator. Trying to work on this Liberty after I get off work, so I don't really have a whole lot of time. But I have had some time, and I got some problems worked out. So we got, what do we got worked out? Oh, front axles. It's working. So let's cross that off the list. Transfer case shifters. I think I got that figured out, and I think I got the alternator figured out, and I think I got the fuel fill figured out. So 4 things checked off the list for the old Liberty here. I do have the leak I still have to address, but I need to get another fitting. I did look and I don't have any more. So what else? I guess I'm gonna try and put some interior in this thing, or the rest of it. Let's check this shifter out though first. Here is the shifter now. It's actually kind of cool. It's an old school shifter out of a CJ7. That is 2-wheel drive. That is 4 high. That is neutral. I don't know why it's not going in right now. It went in easy earlier. Let's figure that out. All right, so all I did was I put the transmission in neutral, and now it goes all the way into 4 low where it's supposed to go. So it's kind of neat. It sits right next to the other one, and the other one still goes into 4 high, and both shifters are still out of the way while driving. So it's pretty neat. I'll put a little clip in here of me doing attempting to do a donut. It didn't really work out too well, but it was still fun. I guess I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I got a little pile of parts here. I got my battery disconnect, exhaust wrapped, catalytic converter, and O2 sensors I still got to put in. I did decide to go ahead and run a cat. I think it's going to help it run a little bit better, and I think it's going to take care of that check engine light too. So that's always a plus. But I have to get a different battery disconnect. That one there, it's just not working. So I think it's just messed up somewhere. I'm not sure what's going on with it. I'm gonna order one that's identical, put it in. Work on the back of this thing a little bit back here. This is a little spot I gotta cut out right here. I gotta cut all this out, even with the top, and then do some cleanup, figure out. I think I got to line on some wheels, maybe some tires too. We'll find out. We'll see where that leads, if it leads anywhere. What else I got going on? There's gonna be a video coming out in the next 2 to 3 weeks on the Gladiator. It's gonna go through a little bit of a change. This is part of that change. What else? I think that's it, guys. I'm pretty excited that I was able to get this thing out and play around with it a little bit more. Hopefully there's more of that to come in the future, near future, I hope. Maybe when it warms up a little bit, but we shall see. But in the meantime, thanks again for watching. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, leave some comments if you got questions about this thing. Once it's back out in the shop and the weather's a little bit nicer, I am going to do a full in detail walk, kind of walk around video of this thing, because I think it's pretty awesome, and some of you guys might think it's pretty awesome too. Maybe, not sure. But anyways, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.